Thanks, Pia. All right. Let's go straight through. Thank you. Recording is on. Well, hello, and welcome, everyone. Welcome to the Career Purpose Challenge. My name's Licia Doing, and I'm a career strategist, and I'm based in the very windy Cape Town, but I do get to work across the globe. As a career strategist, my work is to help professionals like yourself to find your work for purpose and establish and create greater fulfillment in your career. For over a decade, I've worked one-to-one with my clients in a high-touch and high-investment way. My signature career strategy work is a 12-week process which has empowered a bunch of individuals to take control of their career, overcome obstacles, and achieve their most ambitious career goals. I'm really excited to be able to share the Career Purpose Challenge with you. It's rooted in the same proven methods that I've used to guide so many professionals back to their work for purpose. My purpose is not just to get you to the place that you yearn to be in your career, but to help you develop your own inner belief so that I get to watch you soar. I believe that you can revolutionize your career. You can create a career that you want, and you can own your hero's journey to defining your work for purpose. Now, why do I believe this? Well, because that was my story. I was once stuck, stagnant, frustrated, and making fear-based decisions in my career. That was 10 years ago. Purpose hits you very hard when you become a parent. All right, I became a parent 19 years ago, but 10 years ago, I realized that I desperately needed to career strategize myself back to my purpose. And now I teach people exactly the process that I took myself through. It's both mindset and action step punctuated, and it basically helps you to figure out who you are, know yourself, tell the world who you are, and then find the people that want who you are. It's a 3-part strategic framework. Now, there's so many beautiful names and people here. I'd love to know, just drop a chat, drop a tribe in the comments if you're part of my community, or new if you're new to me and my world. I'd love to know who's who and where you're from. So you're attending the free Career Purpose Challenge. The Career Purpose formula has been a decade in the making. The challenge is based on the formula, and it's been a decade in the making. It's a result of the 10 years of work that I've been doing, working closely with clients in a one-to-one formula, taking them from stuck, stagnant, and uncertain, and shifting this to clarity, confidence, and direction. Now, I call myself a career strategist because my work is strategic. As I've said, it comes from my experience. I found myself in a position of friction, stagnation, and deep dissatisfaction. So I teach what I learned to do and what I took myself through. The other reason that it is strategic is that it meets you where you're at, and it puts you at the center. Now, I'm so excited that we're here in this challenge because for the first time in a decade of working one-to-one with people, I'm opening up my work into a free challenge format. This challenge is the beginning of the launch of being able to create my work in more of an online, smaller, digestible, and digitized way. So the challenge is the launch of the Career Strategy Club, where mindset meets action weekly. The Career Strategy Club is a 3-month quarterly club where we get started in developing your 90-day career acceleration machine. So after 10 years of doing the type of one-to-one work that I have done, where I have loved working with my clients in this way, I reflected and took a step back and realized that I wanted to be able to help more people. I wanted to be able to scale, for want of a better word, but I also wanted to be able to share the things that I'm so passionate about, which is taking a complex, hard idea, breaking it down into something that's small, digestible, and matched with mindset and action step to be able to see some great results. So that's what the Career Strategy Club is. And that's what this launch and this challenge is gearing up for. So you're going to have an opportunity to join the club. We'll give you a lot of information about that in time to come, and certainly around Wednesday. But just a quick thing to mention about it is that it's based on a 4-part framework. So each month is a 3-month membership. So you don't pay monthly, you pay for 3 months. And each month there's a weekly career action plan on a weekly basis for you to move through something and really zone in and master that one piece of your career strategy. There's monthly career strategy sessions. I also have Ask Me Anything questions where you can submit your questions and I'll record answers to that. And there's a whole bunch of quarterly digital tools, mindsets, planners, affirmation decks, journals, everything related to what that 90-day means for you. So yeah, the club is my work in progress that I am so excited to be bringing into the world, where mindset meets action. And it really is about helping you gain clarity on what your unique talents are, how to position them into a compelling personal brand, LinkedIn, CV, all of the things about the project yourself stage where you need that visibility to find the right opportunities, and then to connect you to the types of people that are interested or that you would be interested in moving forward with in your career. But let's get into the purpose challenge, which is what we are here to do today. So purpose doesn't find you, you find it. And firstly, thank you, all the new people coming through, and grateful to see the wonderful people from my tribe who are here, excited for the new and excited for the tribe. So finding purpose in your work is not a static activity. And our purpose in our career evolves and changes as we do throughout our lifespan and our career trajectory. We can shift and move through our purpose. We can also have multiple purposes at once. We can have a life purpose, a health purpose, and a work purpose. Cultivating a purpose looks very different for everyone. And it depends on what you value and what's important to you and what's so unique to you. The thing that I find so hard to digest is that some people can spend their whole lives trying to find their purpose. Some people can spend lots of money and frustration in not being able to identify it or know it. And finding your purpose starts small, and it doesn't have to be hard. I think we've been socialized into thinking that this thing called purpose is so big and all-consuming, but it's actually not. You can do it in the right combination of mindset and action steps. And that's what we're here to do. And by the end of the challenge, you'll all have crafted a powerful purpose statement, which will be your guiding star in being able to make informed decisions for your career. It's kind of like mapping out your next steps and keeping your career true to yourself. No expensive coaching required. And it's not necessarily about finding all the answers in the next 4 days. It's about starting a journey towards clarity that's going to lead you to this long-term understanding of developing your purpose and owning your purpose. You don't have to spend your whole life looking for it, and you certainly don't need to spend a fortune on it. So You have an inner career guru. This is what I fundamentally believe. And my work is all about shining the light, or shining a light on you, meeting you where you're at, and allowing your light to shine in the world. I'm not the career guru in this case. I've walked a journey, I've gone through a process, I've figured some things out, and I've created a digestible way, a challenge, and then the club of being able to take you through the very journey that I went through. But you're the one who has this inner guru. And tapping into that is about slowing down and being intentional and listening to what comes through in this challenge. I totally respect that you've made the decision that enough is enough. No more settling, no more feeling frustrated. You're standing in your career power now, and you're ready to clear the clutter from your career. Career clutter builds up. It just kind of builds up around us and prevents us from seeing, what do we really want to do? What is that work for purpose? And what makes sense for us? So you're your own guru. You have all the answers within you. And just because you don't know what those answers are, doesn't mean that you don't know them. It just might mean that you haven't been asked the right questions yet. Purpose comes from you, and it's unique to you. Don't compare yourself to anyone else, certainly not here in this challenge or out there in the world and in careers and life. Clarity for you is something that's so unique, and figuring everything out all at once isn't necessarily what we're here to do. It's just about figuring out what's the right next step for you. And in keeping with being strategic, I'm going to ask you a couple of things. Number one, switch off all distractions. Don't try and multitask. Be here with me 100%. Be all present and be all focused. You've invested your time in this challenge, and that's the most precious resource that you have. You can't get that back. So show up for yourself, stick to the challenge for the next 4 days. I know that life happens, but we're going to be posting up the replay on the everything page by 7 every evening, so you'll be able to catch up in real time. But really, my invitation is for you to honor this time for yourself so that you can engage in serious active listening, gift yourself the power of your presence, and focus on the message, focus on the answers that your inner career guru is going to start delivering to you. The next thing that I want to ask you to do is note down your triggers and your takeaways. Now, what I mean by that, takeaways would be the cool stuff that we go through that's going to help you in the career purpose formula to get to the next stage and to stack into the next day. But what about a trigger? If there's something that I say that rattles your cage a bit or possibly upsets you in a way, note that down too, because that's data, that's information. And as we move through this challenge, you have the opportunity not only of being strategic and crafting out your career purpose statements and refining them into this North Star for you and your career, but you have the opportunity of being able to measure your emotions, how you feel, and how you felt in engaging with the material. So note those things down, takeaways and triggers. You've all got your career purpose journals ready to go, and that's where you can record it all. So purpose. The challenge is designed to stack and build upon each day. The big lessons that we have and the big moments that come in our career often come when the rubber hits the road. When we're cruising along and everything's fine in our career, we don't necessarily stop to look at what needs tweaking or improving. It's only when something is not working, when something might be broken or not good for us, that we actually start doing the work and start investing and thinking about things like purpose. So if you're here today because that's you, I honor you and I honor your journey. You are the hero in your career, and I'm excited that you're here. This was my journey, and this is now your journey. Going to work on purpose is achievable. developing your purpose and knowing that you can start moving towards a purpose-driven career and creating a purpose-driven career within your hands, it's within your control, is what, to me, is so important. So, without any further ado, we're going to get into the real work part of the challenge now. And that means that I'm going to just swap out my slides for the next set of slides. And what I'd like for you to do is get your pen, get your pencil ready. We're going to hit into the real stuff, which is day one. So just a quick check. Everybody can see my screen and everybody can hear me. Cool, cool, cool. That's great. Thumbs up. Glad that you can all see me and hear me. That's fantastic. Okay. Firstly, deep breath. I feel like I ran through that in 3 seconds. But let's all take a big breath together because we've all got this. So big breath. Right. Now, I want you to pay attention. I'm going to take you through 6 clarity forming statements. This is the career purpose formula. Your clarity matched with your emotion, how you feel about things, equals your career purpose. Simple, right? Simple, but strategic. So what I'd like for you to do is just get ready to record or you're going to write down. I'm going to read through 6 clarity forming statements, and I'd like you to write them all out long form. It's important that you write them out long form, that you don't jump into them, just into the answers. And keep it simple, keep it authentic, focus on the first thing that comes to you. We're going to do this in real time together now. You can always go back and refine these statements later. Remember, this is a work in progress. You don't have to have it perfect the first time. And it's about clarity. So the first thing that comes to mind is going to be generally the right thing. You don't have to spend too much over analyzing or sort of thinking too much about this. Just trust in yourself. Now, I'm going to click through a slide. You'll have the images on the screen. And as I said, again, I'd like you to write the full statements out. There's something magic about writing. It kind of like, it takes the mental load from the head. Writing things down onto a piece of paper is completely magical. It's important because this is also going to layer into the next couple of days. All right, so let's get going. I would like you to complete this statement and write it out in full. You are going to write down, I get excited about the work I do when. You're going to write down the things that excite you about the work you do. Doesn't have to be lots of things, can just be a few things. You get excited about the work you do when. Next statement. You're going to write this out in full. I get fully absorbed in activities I do when. I get fully absorbed in activities I do when. Third statement. I feel inspired to do my best when. I feel inspired to do my best when. Statement. I feel challenged at work when. I feel challenged at work when. Fifth statement. I look forward to being in my work environment when. I look forward to being in my work environment when. Vedette, challenged, good or bad, whichever you feel is right. I look forward to being in my work environment when. And the sixth and last statement, I am inspired by people around me when. I am inspired by people around me when. So those were 6 clarity forming statements. I'm just going to run through them. The first thing that comes to your mind is the right thing. Don't overthink it too much. Don't try and overcomplicate it. First question was, I get excited about the work I do when. I get excited about the work I do when. Number 2, I get fully absorbed in activities I do when. I get fully absorbed in activities I do when. Number 3, I feel inspired to do my best when. I feel inspired to do my best when. Number 4, I feel challenged at work when. However you interpret challenge is the right way. I feel challenged at work when. Number 5, I look forward to being in my work environment when. I look forward to being in my work environment when. And number 6, I am inspired by people around me when. I am inspired by people around me when. Right. So that was the first 6 statements, which are clarity forming. The first thing that comes to mind, the first answer that you think of related to you within the work environment is correct. And you would have written those down. Now we're going to go to the next 6, and then we're going to be done for today. So the next 6 are emotion forming sentences. So like we did the first 6, I want you to write these out in full. Is everyone ready? Can we get to that? To the next 6? Give me some thumbs up. Are you all ready for the next 6? Cool, cool, cool. Right. So these are statements which help focus on your feelings. So rather than the words, think about the feeling and allow yourself to be guided by what the feeling is. Let go of judgment. Don't worry about good, bad, happy, sad, or what it should be. And don't worry, these answers are personal and unique to you. I'm not going to ask you to share these at all. So use this time to really reflect and challenge yourself to connect with that inner wisdom. Right, let's get to the next emotion forming. When I get excited about the work I do, I feel. What emotion comes up? How do you feel when you get excited about the work? You're going to write this out in full. When I get excited about the work I do, I feel. Right. Next one, number 2. When I get fully absorbed in activities I do, I feel. When I get fully absorbed in activities I do, I feel. Number 3, when I'm inspired to do my best, I feel. When I'm inspired to do my best, I feel. This is the 3rd one. We're going to go on to the 4th now. Number 4, when I'm challenged at work, I feel. When I'm challenged at work, I feel. Number 5, when I look forward to being in my work environment, I feel. When I look forward to being in my work environment, I feel. Focus just on the emotion. Just put down words to that feeling, words to that emotion. And number 6, when I'm inspired by people around me, I feel. When I'm inspired by people around me, I feel. Now, I've asked you to write these out in long form. Literally write them out. Sure, you can screen print, screen grab the slides, but writing them out is so much more powerful because it's there and it's in your journal or your notebook or your notepad. And we're going to use these 6 statements, stacking them together tomorrow. So let's just very quickly run through the last 6 for you. When I get excited about the work I do, I feel. When I get fully absorbed in activities I do, I feel. When I'm inspired to do my best, I feel. When I'm challenged at work, I feel. When I look forward to being in my work environment, I feel. When I'm inspired by people around me, I feel. And that's it. That's day 1 done and dusted. 6 clarity forming statements that you finished, 6 emotion matching statements that you finished. Tomorrow, I'm going to show you how we're going to stack these together to take even more clarity. Did you get that all? Thank you, Vedette. It's an absolute pleasure. And I am excited that you're here. So prep homework for tonight. What I'd love you to do is just reread through these statements. Read them through, read them aloud, reflect on what type of, is this me? Is this me now? Is there anything else that's coming up for you? Is it because of something else, something new? Just allow yourself the opportunity to absorb and read through the reflection questions. And we'll be meeting tomorrow so that we can see where these 12 statements match together. So thank you, thank you, thank you to everyone. I am going to end my sharing and I'm going to open up for a quick round of questions, but we've definitely gone over today time-wise, so my apologies for that. If there aren't any questions, that's absolutely fine. We're going to be back here tomorrow at 5 o'clock to go through day 2. There is the option, as you've seen in the Facebook group and you would have seen on email, there is the option of upgrading and getting a VIP ticket just for the challenge, which will allow you the opportunity of being able to bring me into your world in more focus. It's called the Next Big Thing Pass. And if you choose that, what it looks like is that day 3, Wednesday, and day 4, when the rubber really starts hitting the road, you will have additional time after the free challenge call. It's totally optional. It's not necessary. The free challenge is going to deliver on exactly what it needs to, but it gives you that additional option of being able to use this challenge specifically in working with me and getting that clarity. And it also includes day 5. So we'll meet on Friday just for the people that have upgraded to be able to see what the next steps would mean for them based on the purpose statements that they've developed. And the other thing that the VIP pass also gives you is a career purpose tracker, which you'll see how that starts to work. I'll show you what that looks like tomorrow. The upgrade pass is $25 to upgrade. Yes, you will definitely be getting a Zoom link every day. It's exactly the same meeting room, Abongile. So I'll be posting that in the Facebook group and you will be getting it on challenge reminders on email. But this is the same room that we're going to be meeting at tomorrow, Wednesday, Thursday. And for those of you that buy the VIP upgrade pass on Friday as well, the replays will also be up by this evening at 7 o'clock. So if you can't make it each day, then you have the opportunity to be able to upgrade. Why is the pricing in dollars? The pricing's in dollars because I have an international community, but I mean, $25, I think converted, it's around just over 400 Rand. Marie, please show the details for the upgrade. Sure, there is a link that if you click on the link, you'll be able to see some information there, but the upgrade is more time with me to interpret the clarity that you get from the challenge. So the upgrade is an additional time on Wednesday, day 3, an additional time on Thursday, day 4, plus it also gives you a day 5 to be able to work through it. So it's just a really nice way for you to be able to embed your learning, go deeper, and integrate this into some actionable steps. And it's the only opportunity to be able to work with me in this way, other than obviously working with me in my traditional one-to-one coaching or career strategy work. But thank you, everyone. Are there any other questions here? Is everyone good? I think we're all good. And look at that. We've gone just onto an hour and 10 minutes. So I'll be seeing you all 5 o'clock right here. Thank you, everybody. Have a great, great evening. And catch you tomorrow. If there are any specific questions that you have in watching the replay, you can also post those in the Facebook group. I'll be very happy to respond and answer that. Thanks to everybody. Thank you, thank you. Yeah, I'm looking forward to session 2 tomorrow as well. Cannot wait. Thanks, Nico. Thanks all.